Do you really think this team has already shown us everything it's got? After that miracle win over Green Bay, are you convinced we've hit the ceiling? I'm telling you right now, what's coming this Sunday against the Rams could change the course of this franchise forever. But before we get there, we need to talk about three things that are shaping the immediate future of Chicago football. First, a WWE superstar just said what every Bears fan in Chi-Town has been feeling. And trust me, it's gonna give you chills. Second, a player no one saw coming is about to become the most unlikely hero of these playoffs. And that name needs to be on everyone's radar. And third, there's an injury report that's got the whole fan base holding its breath because one of our star receivers might not be available when we need him the most. Stick around till the end, because we're breaking it all down. And I promise you, after this video, you'll be watching Sunday's game with a whole new perspective. If you're ready for the real story behind these Bears, hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel, because what's coming is next level. First story, Seth Rollins. Look, I know you're used to hearing breakdowns, stats, and expert predictions, but sometimes what a team really needs isn't more numbers. It's someone who captures what it means to be a Bears fan in this exact moment. And that someone showed up Friday on Good Morning Football with a speech that should be blasting through the Soldier Field speakers before kickoff against the Rams. Seth Rollins, WWE superstar and die-hard Bears fan, hit the set and dropped 90 seconds of pure fire that's got the whole city buzzing. And the most powerful thing Rollins said? He nailed exactly what we've been living this season. Every time we won a game, the analysts said it was luck. When we beat the Eagles on Black Friday, they said it wouldn't work against real teams. When we won the division, they said the playoffs are a different beast. And when we knocked out Green Bay in the wild card, they said the Rams are on another level. So I got to ask, how many times do they have to be wrong before they start giving us some damn respect? Rollins said it best. This team's been underestimated since day one. Nobody gave us a shot when the season started. Nobody thought Caleb Williams would be this good this fast. Nobody believed this defense could carry games when the offense struggled. Nobody expected the kind of last-minute heroics we've pulled off again and again. But here we are, 2 wins away from representing the NFC in Super Bowl LX. And Rollins, with that signature pre-match energy, reminded us of something crucial. These Bears have something special, something you can't measure with stats. They've got that clutch gene, that belief that when the clock hits 2 minutes and we're down, you don't panic. You get hyped because you know something magical is about to happen. Remember when a close game used to mean an automatic L? Those days are over. This version of the Bears is built different. And Rollins captured that perfectly when he said the NFL world has been writing us off from the jump. Every win came with a, they won't get lucky next time, or that won't work against the big dogs. But we keep proving them wrong. From that wild comeback against Philly to taking the division crown and winning our first playoff game since 2010, I'm telling you, Rollins didn't just drop a hype speech. He said what every single one of us in Chicago has been feeling. This season is real, it's legit, and it deserves to be celebrated. When he said we should be ready to run through a brick wall, he wasn't kidding. That's the exact energy this city needs to bring on Sunday. The Rams might look better on paper. They've got more experience. They've got Sean McVay, one of the smartest coaches in the league. But you know what else they've got? A trip to Chicago, to our Soldier Field, in January, against a team that's made the impossible look routine. Matthew Stafford might have all the stats, but he's never faced anything like this. He's never felt the pressure of a roaring Soldier Field crowd that knows their team can pull off the unthinkable. And here's my favourite part of Rollins' message. He reminded us that betting against these Bears is a risk you take at your own peril. Because if we've learned anything this season, it's that when the world says we can't, when the odds are stacked, when logic says it's over, these Bears find a way. Oh, it's not luck, it's not flukes, it's mindset, it's culture, it's believing when no one else does. You think Caleb Williams is scared of the moment? You think this defense is backing down now? After everything we've seen? Do you really doubt this team? I don't. And clearly, neither does Seth Rollins. He knows what it means to be from Chicago. He knows what it means to bleed navy and orange. And he knows that this Sunday isn't just another game. It's a chance to write the next chapter in a season that's already legendary. And if that's got you fired up, wait until you hear about the player no one saw coming who might be the key to stopping the Rams. Second story. DeMarco Jackson. Let's talk about something that's got me absolutely locked in. The rise of DeMarco Jackson! Because if you thought this season couldn't get more like a movie, buckle up! Playoff football always leaves room for an unexpected hero. When TJ Edwards broke his fibula against Green Bay, it felt like a gut punch. Edwards wasn't just a starter, he was a leader. 67 tackles, a pick six, and more importantly, the voice of that defense. Losing him right before the divisional round felt like a blow we couldn't recover from. But this is where roster depth and Eberflus's preparation shine. DeMarco Jackson. Remember that name, because we might all be chanting it by Sunday night. This fourth-year linebacker, a fifth-round pick in 2022 out of Appalachian State, joined the Bears in 2025 and has been quietly waiting for his shot. And now, that shot is here, in the most dramatic way possible. How many players can go from practicing all week at strong side linebacker to suddenly being the guy in the middle, wearing the green dot, calling the plays for the entire defense? That's exactly what Jackson did against the Packers. And guess what? He didn't just survive, he thrived. Check his numbers this season. 43 tackles, 3 passes defended, 1 fumble recovery. And that's in just 4 starts. But what really stands out? He won NFC Defensive Player of the Week for his game against Cleveland. Not many depth guys get that kind of recognition. Dennis Allen, our defensive coordinator, gave Jackson a full vote of confidence this week at Harless Hall. And when Allen says he believes in someone, I believe him. This is a guy who's seen it all. But let's be real. Jackson's got a mountain to climb. The Rams aren't the Browns. They're not even the Packers. Matthew Stafford led the league in passing yards and touchdowns in 2025. Sean McVay's offense can hit you from every angle. His ability to disguise run and pass concepts puts massive pressure on linebackers every single down. And here's the truth. The Rams are going to target Jackson. They're going to put a bullseye on his back. They'll design plays to exploit his inexperience. They'll throw motion, misdirection, and route combos at him all game long. That's what makes this story so compelling. Jackson doesn't just need to play well, he needs to be nearly perfect. He's got to read plays before they happen. He's got to communicate adjustments to the whole defense. He's got to fill gaps in the run game and drop into coverage against guys who are faster than him. But here's what gives me hope. Playoffs always create legends out of nowhere. Malcolm Butler picking off Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl. Nick Foles leading the Eagles to a title. These moments define careers. DeMarco Jackson has that chance right now. If he makes 1 or 2 game-changing plays against the Rams, a clutch third down stop, a key interception, he instantly becomes part of Bears history. And based on what we've seen from him this year, that kind of moment is absolutely within reach. I'm telling you, don't sleep on a player with something to prove. Jackson's been grinding in silence, studying, staying ready. And now, under the brightest lights, I believe he's going to shine. Because that's what the 2025 Bears do. They find ways to win when everything says they shouldn't. But while Jackson gears up for his breakout, there's one piece of news that's got all of Chicago holding its breath. Third story, Rome Odunzi. Now we get to the news that's got every Bears fan on edge. Rome Odunzi's status for Sunday's game against the Rams. Because if there's one player this team can't afford to lose right now, it's one of its most explosive wideouts. On Friday, the Bears dropped their final injury report of the week, and it's a mixed bag. Nick McLeod is out with a groin injury. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is questionable with a back issue. But the big question is, will Rome Odunzi play? He's listed as questionable with a stress fracture in his foot. And I gotta ask, how is a first-round receiver supposed to play at a high level with a fractured foot? That's exactly what he's trying to do, and it's complicated. The good news? Odunzi was a full participant in Friday's practice. That's big. It means he can move, run routes, make cuts. But the real question isn't whether he can practice. It's whether he can survive 4 quarters of playoff football against a Rams defense that's going to be hitting all game long. Remember, Odunzi made his return from injury in the wildcard win over Green Bay. He only had 2 catches for 44 yards, but one of them was massive. That 4th down grab from Caleb Williams in the 4th quarter kept the comeback alive. Without that play, we're probably not even talking about a divisional round. But on Thursday, Odunzi told reporters it was tough playing through the injury. There was pain, there was discomfort, and that worries me, because it's one thing to gut it out for one game. But can he really do it week after week in the playoffs, especially with a foot injury that could get worse the more he plays? Odunzi said something that hit me hard. At this point in the season, it's all hands on deck and play through it. I'll ride it till the wheels fall off. That's the mentality you want from your guys. That's championship-level commitment. But as a fan, it's scary, because till the wheels fall off sounds dangerously literal when we're talking about a foot fracture. Before he got hurt against the Eagles, Odunzi was leading the team in receiving. 44 catches, 661 yards, 6 touchdowns. Solid numbers for a rookie. More importantly, he had real chemistry with Caleb Williams. That trust in big moments, that's not easy to replace. And here's what really worries me. Back in December, Odunzi was activated for the Cleveland game, but had a setback during warm-ups and missed the rest of the regular season. What does that tell us? This injury is unpredictable. He might feel fine in practice, but when it's game time, the foot might not hold up. The Bears are in a brutal spot. With Odunzi, the offense has another gear. DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are great, but Odunzi gives them that third option that keeps defenses honest. Without him, the Rams can key in on Moore and Allen. They can get more aggressive in coverage. But is it worth the risk? If Odunzi plays and the injury gets worse, you don't just lose him for this game, you lose him for the rest of the playoffs. And if these Bears make it to the NFC title game or even the Super Bowl, don't you want Odunzi as healthy as possible? I'm telling you, the questionable tag is real. This isn't gamesmanship. The Bears genuinely don't know if he can go. The decision will probably come Sunday, maybe even during warm-ups. They'll test the foot, see how he feels, and make a call. And as fans, we've got to trust the medical staff and coaches to make the right call. But even if he plays, he won't be 100%. He'll be limited. There'll be plays where he normally makes a sharp cut, but he'll have to ease up. There'll be moments where the pain messes with his focus. And the Rams know that. They're going to test that foot early. They're going to see if they can make Odunzi tap out. Do you believe Odunzi can be effective playing through this? Or would you rather he sit, heal up, and be ready if we advance? That's the question we all need to be asking. There's no easy answer. It's a calculated risk either way. So there you have it. Seth Rollins reminded us why this team is different, why no one should bet against these Bears. DeMarco Jackson is stepping into the spotlight, ready to be the unlikeliest hero of the playoffs. And Odunzi is battling his own body to be there when his team needs him most. 3 stories, 3 emotional roller coasters. One big question. Are these Bears really ready to take down the Rams and punch their ticket to the NFC Championship? I believe they are. I think Rollins' speech captured something real. I think Jackson's going to make at least one play we'll never forget. And I think even if Odunzi can't go, this offense will find a way. But I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 stories hits you the hardest? Is it Rollins' fire, Jackson's opportunity, or the uncertainty around Odunzi? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you believe these Bears are about to shock the world again on Sunday, smash that like button. If you think DeMarco Jackson is about to have the game of his life, hit that subscribe. And if you want Odunzi out there no matter what, share this video with every Bears fan you know. Because this isn't just a YouTube channel. This is a family, a community of people who bleed navy and orange, who've suffered through years of heartbreak, and who are finally witnessing something magical, something our kids will remember, something that's going to change how we see this franchise forever. The Rams are coming to Chicago thinking they've got the edge, that their experience, their talent, their coach will be enough. But they don't know these Bears. They don't know what it means to play at Soldier Field in January against a team that specializes in the impossible. Sunday night, the world's going to find out if this Cinderella story keeps going or if it ends. I already know what side I'm on. I'm riding with Chicago. I'm riding with these Bears. I'm believing till the final whistle. See you in the next video with more exclusive breakdowns. Bear down, family. Bear down.